Trying to figure out what's on Donald Trump's mind is a frightening exercise. But by now, we do know certain predictable go-to moves. Call them the 3Ds: deny, deflect, demonize. It's what he does every time bad headlines circle to him and his clown car administration. Now think about just a week ago, with the Musk messy divorce blowing up, including resurfaced allegations that Trump was on the Epstein tapes, sharing coverage with Republican unease over an unpopular budget, Trump failures on the international stage in Ukraine and the Middle East, and economic indicators that his tariff fiasco will go from bad to worse. Well, Trump decided he'd change the subject. Suddenly, the National Guard and Marines were dropped into LA, and all we could talk about was yet another unprecedented assault on our democracy. But while this tactic is, of course, horrible for our nation, it gives him a temporary respite from dealing with reality. The key word, though, is temporary. New polling from Quinnipiac University late last week shows Trump is underwater on just about everything, including some of his most favorable issues. On immigration, he dropped 5 points from April as people are seeing what deportations of law-abiding parents and children look like, complete with masked ICE agents in unmarked vans scooping up people at Walmarts and school pickup lines without warrants and without due process. The economy is also stuck in negative territory as people haven't seen the promised lower prices and higher paying jobs he promised would magically appear on day one of his presidency. They feel even worse about his signature big beautiful bill, the public clearly not liking what they've learned of his budget proposal, especially the cuts to Medicaid. If past his prologue, Trump will invent a crisis or a political enemy, and if it just so happens to lean into autocratic tendencies, all the better. But he's got problems that changing the subject won't magically solve. His budget is unpopular with the Tea Party flank of the GOP because it's so fiscally irresponsible. And a Republican running in a purple district or a blue state is petrified that they'll find themselves unemployed after the midterms if they're kicking seniors, kids, and the disabled off of Medicaid to fund a hefty tax cut for the uber rich. If these immigration raids end up in tragedy, its author will own it. If these tariffs start producing much steeper prices at the grocery store, again, Trump might try to find someone else to blame, but he'll be hard-pressed to pass the buck. Blaming Biden every day, it's already getting old, and gutting of agencies courtesy of the Doge Bros will bear unwanted consequences with storm season upon us, and God forbid if another outbreak occurs. So yes, Trump is a master at manipulating the media with sleight of hand. But sooner than later, as the polls suggest, the American patience will reach a breaking point. As they say, the numbers don't lie.